Okay, are we here? Are we live? Let's find out. I'm going to bring up the stream on my phone to see if we're all here, and then we're going to get started. So this is on my desktop, because it's just the quickest way to run my programs. Okay, yeah, looks like we're in. We're in like Flynn. So, what we need to do, real quick, is to exit out of this right now. And then we're going to go right into sharing the link. Let me grab my laptop real quick. That'll be the quickest way to share the link. Put the link on the Discord. Shooby dooby doo doo. Shooby dooby doo 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 doo. Scooby dooby doo doo. Okay. And we're gonna do this. Put the link on the Discord. Shooby dooby doo doo. Shooby dooby doo 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 doo. Scooby dooby doo doo. Okay. All right, we're gonna do this until 2 o'clock because 2 o'clock is when. Sorry. 2 o'clock is when the Golden Sun episode premieres. So we're going to get right into that. And I'm just going to have the chat open on my phone. And we're going to just look over some of the changes I've made from the last version. We have artwork that I'm going to put together, not during this stream because my wife has yet to put it into the drive. She scanned all the pictures. So we have that, because I'm going to try to release this within the next month, maybe 2 months. We'll see. It all depends on like how well the full playthrough goes, because I have to do one full playthrough, start to finish, to see if there's any like little nuggets that I missed, but most importantly, to test the balancing of the battles, which I think is very important. And then I release it, and then we move on to the next project, which most of my attention is towards Parchment, but I also know that like sometimes I can't just commit to one idea. It's usually like 2 or 3 that I play around with until I find my sweet spot. Because like the burnout's real and fatigue is real as well. And at the end of the day, like this is just something I do for fun. And I love having other people play my games, solve my puzzles, best my bosses, and interact with my stories. It's something I've enjoyed doing since I was a kid. So that's basically why we make games. They're fun. Okay. So we put that up. We're going to, whoops, grab ourselves a little water here. We've made changes all throughout. The most notable change, and we're going to see how that looks like right here, is I added a party swap feature. Now, usually this goes pretty slow. I don't know how this is going to go on my desktop today. But if it goes too slow, we'll play around with it and we'll do some other things. So we shall see. We're already getting the dreaded color wheel. So, also, I did put out a poll. I wonder if anyone interacted with the poll yet. So we're going to leave this. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle. Okay, 1 vote, more streams. Cool. There it is. Ooh, hang on. There we go. All right. So for those of you that don't know, Elemental Isles is a retro-inspired RPG that's all about a ragtag group of rebels using the power of the elements to combat a cruel empire. It's supposed to look like a Game Boy, but through time, especially a lot of play tests, there were a lot of like archaic features that I decided not to commit to and put more modern features just to make the playable experience more enjoyable. Jamonius. I'm always humming Zelda music. Or some kind of video game music. Alright, so we have a slightly different intro here. So originally it was just panning through just the empty sky. I decided to pan through the actual overworld map. And also show the bad guys hot in pursuit, cornering them on both angles. Hey Jamonius, welcome to the stream. So one of the things, this is the new formation, and when we go later into the game and get more party members, I'll load up another file to show you that you can actually change in battle. Because there's a couple moments in the game where I specifically want a character in the party, but the player might not have that character in the party. And I was thinking of ways to design around it, and then I looked at a plugin of like a party swap, and I was just like, well, why not just do that? It would be the easiest way. Like, if the battle is designed for a certain party member, you can just swap that party member right in. You're not a sitting duck in battle, which I think is nice. So right now, this is kind of useless because it's just Aster and Gale. And if anyone has any questions about the game or the story or anything, do pop them in. Or even like RPG making or my experience and stuff like that. Because I've completed 2 RPGs so far. This is my 3rd one. I've learned a lot, but I still have so much more to learn. Which I think is the best way to be. Like, you never want to be like, yes, this is the best I can make. I can't make no better. I want my best game to make to be before, basically, my curtain call. Before I kick the bucket. Before I'm just like, I'm old and I can't make no more. That's the plan. Okay. So originally, it was just by tinkering with the project that the story really took shape. So originally, Aster just stole like a weapon or like a very valuable tool, and he's supposed to keep it away from the Empire. And then I changed it to a robot, and then it was actually when developing this version, because this was an idea that I did way back on the PlayStation RPG Maker, the first one. And it was in this version that I just said, well, what if it was a bird? And my wife immediately fell in love with the idea, so now it's a bird. It's a mechanical falcon. And that is the key. Here comes the big guns. And yeah, I'll be checking the chat every once in a while. I got it on my phone. That way I'm not constantly switching screens. Hey Jamonius, do you recognize the victory music? Oh wait, it's not going to play in this battle. Heal! Ding. Ouch! The ship's taken too much! She's going down! Yeah. So my beta testers, they found a lot of issues where my characters would not be turning to the appropriate spot. Ah, scripted battles. Just the first one. Tis but a scratch. There aren't too many scripted battles in this one. There's a handful in my first RPG, I'll admit that, because I was just like, ooh, look what I can do. Yeah, let's save. These are all my playtest files. I'm going to play for like 10 more minutes and then I'm going to load up another file a little further into the game. And we're going to really see the swap feature. Oops. So overall, the game is roughly about 10 hours. I don't yet have the confidence to make like a 30-hour RPG. But I also didn't want to make it like too awful short. But I don't know, I think so long as you have decent content, I think the content means a lot more than the length. I don't know, one day I'll tackle one a bit longer. You gotta pay 800 gold. You can either fight him or you can piss off. Alright, so now for the moment of truth. We're gonna go into the overworld. You've been working on Fantasia 6 for a hot minute. I remember you were starting working on that before Arcanion even like had its leggings. I mean, do you recommend it? Do you recommend like a 30-hour RPG? Also, I changed this. Ah, shit. Oh, well, this is what we wanted to do. Well, it's playing. That sounds familiar, doesn't it, J Modius? I was playing your game and I heard that. I was just like, hey, I know where you got that little ditty from. Yeah, you did a lot of like animations for that one. For Fantasia 6, I saw it. I was just like, holy shit. Yep, the Arcadian victory theme. Maggie, what are you doing? So I have a lot of Metroid kind of designs because that's my favorite video game series. Well, one of my favorite video game series, especially after Metroid Dread, it kind of solidified that. But I really like seeing something and be like, I can't do anything now. And then you get an ability and then you're just like, light bulb, I remember where that was. And then you go back to previous areas and it kind of like opens up more of the previous area, or it just allows you to get like a secret or a treasure chest that you couldn't get before. I like that. That's my personal preference of design. I know many don't, but that's what I like to implement in my games, where like it's not linear, but it's not open world. It's a marriage of the two. I might do a run through of my games, getting that urge. Yes, do it. Absolutely. Until I get a PC, I can't play anything but Arcanion and Pearl vs. Grey. Which, by the way, I don't know if I'm going to do the stream within the next month or like a little after, because I know you're doing a stream and I don't want to be like... I don't know. Probably watch how you do it and then I'll be like, yeah, then I'll do a stream. I don't know yet. I know I'm definitely going to do a Pearl vs. Grey stream in the near future. There we go. So originally it's just Flash and there was no sound. My beta tester was just like, hey, put a sound in there. It helps to let them know, hey, that's bad. So you don't want to step on that bluegrass. It hurts you. Whee! Oh, cool. Okay. Pearl vs. Grey anniversary stream. Yeah! Dum 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 dum. So a lot of this game was inspired by Final Fantasy II, Final Fantasy IV. I also just had this idea of like what would happen if humanity waged war on Mother Nature due to natural disasters, and that was kind of like the concept I wanted to run with. But also like having like a robot companion and being like, if you don't know if something's alive, is it still worth fighting for? Those are kind of like the questions that I asked myself while I was writing this story. Which is like a very common criticism I get is that like, is Gale a living creature? Why doesn't he have much of a personality if he is? And I'm like, Gale is... It's complicated. So the way to explain it is Gale is very much like R2-D2 in a sense. To where like, sure, it's probably reacting, but most of the characters believe it would only be in their head. And I would only reveal it one way or the other towards the end of the game, because the whole conflict is the villains just see it as a tool. They do not see it as like a pet, the way Aster does. So the heroes, they have a connection to it. But it's also similar to like your phone or Siri. If you have a connection to Siri, does that make them have like a personality or make them like a person? Those are the questions that I kind of asked while I was writing those characters. No. I'm talking narrative-wise. Final Fantasy II. And when I say inspired, I mean like loosely, because like I'm playing through Golden Sun right now. And even though a lot of ideas I used in my first RPG, Fantasy Forever Revisions, which that's an ugly duckling of an RPG, I'm just proud that I finished making an RPG. You can play it start to finish. It's not that good. But I do like that I had actual voice acting in it though. And it's something I'm going to bring back, but I'm going to make it similar to Octopath Traveler, to where important cutscenes will be voiced. And lesser characters will have like a, oh, or just something simple. Because you'd be surprised how big your files get when you start adding voiceover in these goddamn games. At least the robot isn't a waifu about the children's route. Yeah. But yeah, it was something to where my beta testers were just like, hey, what if you had it like interact with this character this way? Or what if Gale looked into a mirror? And I was just like, yeah, but that's breaking the point of like what I'm trying to establish in the story. Like, if that's going to be revealed, that's going to be revealed at the very end that like, yes, this character has a personality. So like, whether I made that change or not, you'd have to play the game and find out. Mm-mm-mm-mm. So, what are your thoughts, Jamonius, on like what you've seen so far? Because I've shown you a couple screenshots like here and there. As an RPG connoisseur, you have more than 10 RPGs under your belt. What are your thoughts? Like, definitely there's room for improvement. Absolutely. But, what do you think? Yeah, I remember Fantasia 1 was like very close to Final Fantasy 1. And that was fine because Final Fantasy 1 is a great template for like a starting point for a game. And I even do a little bit of Final Fantasy 1 in this game. It looks good. My only real complaint is the text size, if I was honest. I can understand you're trying to cater more to the old school style. Yeah. Now that's a common thing I've heard, so it's just trying to find a sweet spot. Is it the window? Is it the size? Because I'll make note of that and see if I can like make it better and send some screenshots, see if it makes a change. Because you're not the first person to say that. Granted, I've wrote this stuff and have been looking at it for the past 3 years, so I know what it all says. But I can understand if it can be like pretty jarring for a newcomer. I would recommend changing the text. Okay. So it is the text. Okay. Alrighty. I will play around with different text then. I'm actually going to make a note of that, so hold on real quick. Yeah, you're not the first person to say that, and honestly, like, it's something I've been thinking about. And if it makes it better, why not? It's not something I have a huge attachment to. Like, there's story bits that I'm just like, nope, sorry, that's the way I want it. That was my intent. I'm sorry. I understand you don't like it. That's cool. That's what I was going for. But little things like that where I'm just like, hey, I can't read your goddamn text. That I can fix. Ooh. Breath of Fire 2. I had fond memories of Breath of Fire 2. Never beat the son of a bitch, but fond memories. You can never find a pen. I'm still trying to finalize a font for P1, yeah. Well, the hardest thing is, again, when you're just looking at it for so much and you're familiar with the words you wrote, you don't really see that issue. So you have to have a lot of people being like, I can't read this. And then understand that just like, okay, I could see where someone has trouble reading this. I like the battle theme in Breath of Fire 2. Dun, 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 dun. I also just like the look of it. Yeah, don't use Comic Sans. No Comic Sans, no Papyrus. That was like the biggest takeaway I got from like college. Oh, it was ruined before Undertale ruined it. I think that was the joke. That like, hey, we're going to take the two ugliest fonts that most people hate and I'm going to use it for specific characters. I think that's the joke. Okay. Change the font. Try different fonts. Okay, so over the next couple days, no, that's a lie. Probably around like holiday break, I'm gonna send you some screenshots of different fonts and just be honest. But let me know like which one you enjoy, and then I'm gonna send pictures to the beta testers and be like, which do you enjoy? I'm gonna like do a consensus. I liked Comic Sans. Change the font. Okay. Posting on Discord? My Discord or your Discord? I got a little baby Discord. Which you're welcome to join if you'd like. It's where me and my wife share like our crafts and drawings and stuff like that. But it's mostly centered around like nerd and popcorn stuff. So it's tiny. do 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 do. Oh, both. Another thing I changed was this. So I like how the character, like basically I have it to where the character is under the bed, so it looks like they're sleeping. But originally I had you wake up beside the bed, and players would be like, why can I go under the bed? So I was just like, alright, I know how to fix this. So what I did was I blocked off the beds, and I just made a little cutscene where they sleep, and then they end up back in front. Easy fix. Not the ideal fix, but it works. Yeah. I look at your Discord and I see like the games people make, and then there's my little derpy thing, and I'm just like, oh, I don't want to show this. It's not as cool as things like To Earthen, where I'm just like, holy shit, that looks awesome. I probably butchered the pronunciation on that title, by the way. Alright, so we're going to take a break from this. And we're going to go load up shit. God damn it. Meh. Alright, come on. I'm getting better at not being so discouraged. Like, that's one of the reasons why I enjoy doing these developer streams, is to, like, not be so concealed with my ideas. Because the problem with my last two games was I wouldn't show it to anybody until it was almost done, and then people were just like, this has a lot of problems, and I was just like, yeah, well, I'm exhausted. So... yeah, you gotta start somewhere. And, like, so long as your next game is better than the last, who cares? It's a learning experience. You learn, it's just like, oh, derp, alright, I'll apply that to the next one. Or if it's something you can fix easily with this current version, go for it. Make it update. We live in the age of DLC, where people can not finish their game and release it and charge you $60. So, fuck it, I'm releasing a free game. If there's an issue, it's just like, oh, hang on. Minor setback, I'll get rid of it. Alright. Ooh, okay. Alright, let's go... this one. Where are we? Palace of Fire, okay, cool. Alright, so those restore the health. Let's find an enemy, because up here's a boss. Also. Ouch! So watch yourself. The RPG Maker Discord. Ouch! Yeah, maybe. I'd be down for that. There's an enemy. I just want to show an enemy, please. Here we go. Okay, cool. Formation's a little jank. I might have to fix that. So what do we got here? Nice. Ouch. Alright, so now, switch, Gale. There you go. That's how you do it. Let loose the storm, boys. Do I? Whoops. Now I just gotta get ready for herb. Adios. Thank you. Da -da, da -da -da -da. There we go, that turned out well. Change you with Aster. Change back. I might take that for P2. Yeah, it's a nice feature because originally I had a specific boss where you were supposed to use Aster, and I just assumed, oh, everyone's going to use Aster. But my playtesters was like, no, I purposely didn't use Aster just to, like, for playtesting purposes, and I was just like, oh. So Aster wasn't there, and the boss was very boring, so I was just like, okay. So I was thinking of ways to implement it, and I found the Party Switch plugin was the easiest way. And you know what else? Now that you're using MV, you can use that same plugin. Have at it. So another thing my playtester, Fado, helped me with was I had the map of the world that you could view through an item. To where you'd select this, go to key item, and every time you could pull up the map. He taught me a way to just... At least I think so. Oh, you know what? I have to, like, manually... Because I redid the event, so I can't just load it up. But basically, he had it to where I mapped it to the A key. So anytime you press the A key, after doing the proper event... Do. So the best way to do that is to continue this file until we get the map. Okay. So I forget, like, the library that this was, but I think it was called, like, Moppy Sound. I have it in my credits. But, like, I really like the music, and, like, that was how a lot of ideas sprouted out. Sometimes my ideas come from just listening to game music. I'll be like, oh, I'm picturing this dungeon, or this event, or this happening. And then the game kind of, like, sprouts around that. Jamonius, I can also show you my wife's artwork for the game that she did. It's kind of like very cool watercolor designs. I love making games. Especially when they work. When they don't work, it's frustrating because it's just like, why is it doing that? Like, Why is Aster clipping under the table? Gotta make sure we're not doing that. Always passing under things. Cool. Okay. And if you talk to the guy in there, it'll be like, hey! The kids wander off, so now we gotta go find them. Because he'll tip you off and be like, oh, kids are playing in the forest. And there we go. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Yeah, we're all healed up. I thank my lucky stars. So I don't know if you also have this problem, but when making an RPG, I'm really good at getting like an intro or like the starting area figured out, proof of concept, all that. And I'm pretty proud of like the endings I'm able to do. It's the middle where like sometimes around the middle where I'm just like, all right, well, what the fuck do they do here to get from like point A to point B? Like, for example, if it's just like, okay, they have to go to the earth, the water, the fire, and the wind dungeon. Like, I'll list that. And they'll be like, yeah, but what do they do in between? Do they just beeline from one to the next? What events do I have in between? What are the villains doing? That's where it gets a little complex for me. Where I'm just like, oh, God. Because, like, the problem when you start giving, like, a lot of freedom of being like, I'll go in any dungeon you want. Well, the story has to take a back seat. You can't develop a character who's specifically going to develop in one area if they don't do that area at the point where they are supposed to develop. I can usually get point A to B. Nice. That's a struggle for me. I have varying results. Oh, that's right. The kids. While we're here, let's build up some EXP. Okay, I usually plan out big events and smaller events that lead up to said event. My biggest problem is usually the ending portion. It wasn't as much of a problem back then. Oh, neat. Well, it's something that I learned actually from like this talk I saw of like Matt Stone and Trey Parker that I'm going to try for like my next project, or at least my next couple projects, is instead of like building an event and being like, how do I lead to this event? Think of the because. This happens because that happened. And because this character said this, that character would respond with that. Like the because. Always ask because. Like, get your characters talking and then have the story naturally take shape from there in a natural way. Instead of, we gotta get here because that's how I wrote it in the outline. So, defying all logic of how these characters act, they have to get to this point. I mean, I did rips for my Castlevania fan game. Just because it was an itch I wanted to scratch. And it was my wife who gave me, I don't even want to call it a stern talking to, but she was just like, why would you spend that much work and passion on something that you don't own? And she was like, you have so many ideas that are original. Focus on those. And I've kind of like got my satisfaction with fan games. And I know that like fan games give you a lot more exposure. But at the end of the day, I do want to make actual games of the stories that I wrote as a kid, I wrote in middle school, so on and so forth. Yeah, my wife is 100% correct. Here we are, Red Leaf Forest. First, we're going to heal Gale. These guys are weak to magic. A physical attack won't do squat to them, as you can see. Haha! Whack. There we go. Well, she also taught me the process of just wrong enough to where it's just like Nintendo owns The Legend of Zelda. Nintendo does not own A Boy That Wanders the Forest wielding a sword. Nintendo does not own using a key to open a door to get an item. Like, it's that kind of thinking. Konami does own Castlevania. Konami does not own Dracula. Konami does not own Medusa. It's that kind of thinking that allows me to like reach a compromise to where like this doesn't have to be a fan game. Like look at Bloodstained. It's not Castlevania. It's very similar to Castlevania, but it's not. It's made by a guy that made Castlevanias, but it is not Castlevania. Going with rips is too limiting. No, it makes sense. Because it's just like, well, it has to be this monster. Whereas if I want it to be like a two-headed crab, I don't know why I think Fairly Odd Parents made me think of that. But if I want the boss to be a two-headed crab, sprite it. Draw it. Like, I'm lucky to where, like, my shitty drawings, I can, like, draw something, and then my wife can, like, draw it better and scan it in. She's also playing with, oh, shoot. The Pixel program you showed me that she got. She plays around with that, but she's a little shy of sharing anything other than, like, her kitty that she made. But, again, just like my game making, she'll stick with it and make some really cool stuff. Dun, 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 dun. Mm-hmm. No, 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 no. So these are called treasure tunnels. I kind of got inspired by Breath of the Wild, but instead of having like a ridiculous number because I'm just one person, there's 25 of them. And each one contains like a little goodie that you can get. They're entirely optional, but you do get rewarded for discovering them. Most of them are blocked off through Metroidvania kind of design, so just keep them in mind and come back here later. Takes practice, tons of practice. I started spreading when I was 18, so... Oh, fuck. Well... We'll see. Oh, shit. Totally flubbed that. Yeah, this will hurt a little bit. Ouch. Whew. Boom. Eh. Oh, this one's easy. Bye. There we go. But nah, my wife has seen... How the hell? Were you one of the... Ah, okay. Yeah, you were one of those. Okay. So this is a side quest where you have to recruit, I think it's 8 musicians. And at the end of that, you get like a little performance that I have to fix because it's just kind of jank. So I'm actually going to make a note of that as well. Fix the performance. Fix musician performance. Sometimes I like taking long breaks in between my playtesting. That way I'm not nauseous when I'm like, ugh, I have to playtest this, but fuck all, I don't want to. I'm like, I know I made it, but I'm just like, I've seen these screens so many times. I need a moment to make them fresh again. That's why I took like a little over a month to look back at this project. Ouch. Do 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 do. Yup. Is it more fun with platformers, or is it just different? Or I wouldn't really call Arcanian a platformer. Well, no, it is, because it's similar to like DuckTales and Mega Man. Way to go, Claire. Different, but more or less the same. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Woohoo. All right, let's heal up. Oh no. I was nice and like after big events I restore the party's health. Especially after like a boss battle or a mini boss. Do 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 do. Mm-hmm. Do I have enough money to buy? Wait a minute. Okay. That's. I was like, didn't I have like a couple thousand? No, I'm pretty sure that was a different file. I was about to be like, where the fuck did all my money go? What kind of glitch is that? Now, I do have a type of mimic that we'll be seeing in a little bit that instead of fighting, He'll just take your money. He'll go, you got greedy. So I'm going to take some of your money. I don't know why Astra is on top of Gale there. Yeah, something's wrong with that. I have to play around with that because I don't like that. You're standing on your bird. Astra, why you stand on your bird? There we go. We're just lining up all those fixes we gotta make. Playtesting. And you know what? I'll make these fixes. I'll release it. Someone will play it. And I'll look and be like, shit, I gotta fix that too. I'll finish the damn thing. Release it and like Jmonius or like some other guy that plays my games. Yeah, that'd be embarrassing if you streamed my game and I'm just like, fuck. I missed that. And not only did you catch it, but your viewers caught it as well. Shit. Yep, I got a Switch. I have a Nintendo Switch. That's right. I've had it happen with Arcane One. Make some Pokemon and face me. I don't have Pokemon. Which Pokemon? I think I borrowed Let's Go Eevee. Or was it Pikachu? One of those. One of those Let's Go games from a friend of mine. That's actually one of the future streams we're going to do. A first experience of my wife playing Pokemon. Let's Go Pikachu. Look forward to it. So again, by this point, the light bulb's supposed to go off in your head and be like, oh, Claire was able to destroy these. So when I get Claire back, I can open this. Metroid design, everybody. Scarlet Blasphemy? Is it good? I've heard mixed things about Scarlet. It's kind of scaring me away. Plot's about to do a little twist right here. Uh-oh. And the music changes too. Turn the music up a little bit. Dun, dun, dun. Mm-hmm. Well, we got to race in Mario Kart first, then we'll think about doing some Pokemon and stuff like that. Mario Kart. I'm even down for like Smash Brothers if you're into that. Jackbox. I have a Jackbox. One of them at least. Dun, 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 dun. See, that's what's supposed to happen. Character moves forward and the Gale's in the back. I'll have to think of something. So yeah, Claire to the rescue. Claire's gonna rescue Aster. I thought it would be a interesting change of pace to have the main character be captured. And one of the party members gotta bust him out. Also progressive, so yay. Shing. Okay. How are our stats? Our stats are good. Let's go rescue. Alright, I got some messages here. Let me read them. Blasphemy. It was buggy as shit, but it's been patched, so it's a lot more balanced now. I can detent into Smash. I just need to get the rest of the DLC. Oh shit, yeah. I think I'm missing the second batch. I got the first batch, but I'm missing the one with, I think, Sephiroth, Sora, and the other ones. Because I got the ones with Banjo, because I fucking love Banjo. Banjo-Kazooie. I'll get Pokemon Scarlet if you stream Banjo-Kazooie. Ha ha! Didn't see that one coming, did you? Puppers. Do we need to take a little intermission and take you outside? Did you just wake up? I'm an old pup. I think we can do that. So we're going to go up here. Take 5. Grab a drink or whatever. You need to teach me how to do those. Stream will be starting shortly. Those splash screens. Thanks for watching. And also like be right back or something like that. I'm guessing that's something you can do in like OBS. Boom. Now I know what you're thinking. What if I go through the front door? No way I'm taking you in there. I made a promise to your friend. Let's find another way in. Aha! I considered what the player would do. And I blocked them off. Because fuck freedom. I got structure, damn it. That's why I'd never do an open world game. Who the hell's this? Oh, okay. God damn, I don't forget some of the add-ons I do. Some of the fixes I already made. I'm just like, what the fuck? What character's popping in now? Okay, that is OBS. Ah, you prick. That's the nasty thing about on-screen encounters. Sometimes they'll just jog right into you. But I think I can fix that with region restrictions. That's a plugin where you can actually block off where enemies navigate. See, you're learning. You're going to be applying this all to Fantasia 2. And Fantasia 2 is going to be the best goddamn game you ever made. You watch. You're going to be like, ooh, all these plugins. Yum, yum, yum. And on MV, they're free. In MZ, they charge you for them. Because the dude's just like, why the fuck am I doing this for free? And to be fair, like, he did a lot of plugins. So, like, they're worth the cash. I like this melody. So I'm just going to let this play while I take my dog out. 5-ish minutes. Go grab a drink. Go use the facilities. Or just sit here and jam. Or wait for the enemy to respawn. That too. MV, you have to pay for the plugins? Did I just get lucky? And like, early on, they didn't charge? Because like, I got a bulk. It was like a Black Friday special or something. You know what? That might have been it. Where like, they just bundled their first, I think, 100 plugins and just said, here you go. I'm going to head out anyways. I got to start my stream now. Ooh, okay. Alrighty. What you streaming? Because I'm going to be done it in an hour. I guess I'll check and find out. Because this is just something I wanted to do. And especially because I'm slowly going to have weekends free. So we're going to go back to game development and streams. Because so far, that's the winner of the poll that I just released. Is people want to see more streams. And I have streams to give. Games I want to play, but also like games I'm making and all that fun stuff. Streaming more pokes. Anyway, Toodles, you got it. Thanks for stopping by. Alright. So I'm going to take the dog out. If anyone's still lurking. And I'll be back in 5 minutes, and I'll even put that into the screen. BRB 5-minute break. So enjoy the music. Come on, puppy. Come on. Alrighty, we're back. We're back. It's probably just gonna be me for the rest, but it's okay. We're gonna take this up into 2 o'clock, and then the new Golden Sun episode comes out. And then, I'll plan what I'm doing from here. But no, I got some good notes. Definitely going to change the font. That's going to be a focus. Ah, no, you don't. No, you don't. Alright, how's everybody's stats? Decent. You. Take care of you first. Haha. Ah, you prick. I'm gonna take them out first because they heal. Bye. Da-na-na. Da-na-na-na. Yeah. Ah. Oh, I hate it when they do that. Haha. That works too. Get your shit and leave. Pretty sure this you can't go out yet. You need to find your friend. Yep. Good. Good, 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 good. Got a life bottle. Yay. Puzzle time. But first, gummy, grenade. Ah, this prick. Ow. Yeah, I got 9 potions. Might as well use one. Or wait until after. That works too. Okay, so these... So you want to look for the statues that are facing a different way. Here's one. Do-do-do. Oh shit. Hmm. I'll have to look back at that. Boss time. Okay. Toss a grenade at these bad boys. Nice. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, the pain. Thank God for the nullification. Alright, magic mints. Blast, heal, Aster. There we go. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Ouch. That worked. Bing. Damn. Oh, okay. One of these gotta die soon. Oh, better than nothing. There it is. Okay, one down. Ouch. Ah, fuck. I got a life potion, it's okay. Oh, shit. Throw a grenade. Oh, God, I got lucky. Damn it. Last one. Oh, God. Hang on, I just need to do a regular attack. Heal. There we go. That's a good shot. Nice. 2 down. Alright. I think he's out of MP. No, Gale! I'll get you for that. Heal up. Down, down, down. Okay, so now I want to test this. And see if the cutscene plays similar. I gotta unlock Storm. I didn't fight as many enemies as I should have. There we go. Doom, 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 doom. Oh. There, die. Yeesh. Oh, that didn't do anything. That's a little better. Oh, quit guarding. There, try guarding that. Oh, jeez. Just die. There you go. Da-da-da-da. Oh my god. Same frickin' setup. Aw. Do 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 do. Oh, that works. Where am I at here? 10. Okay, we're almost there. Kill them all. Do 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 do. Yeah? Don't be choking on me now, Mr. Stream. Kill the wand first. Bye. Do, 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 do. There it is. Learn Storm. Oh, so I'm going to get rid of this little save feature, but that's for playtesting purposes. Uh-oh. All right, this should be different. Makes a huge difference with Storm. Boom! Ha! Boom! And you're blind. Ouch. Haha. Not so fast. Oh, this one's gonna hurt. Oh, it's gonna pinch. Shing. Breaker, okay. Oh, let's fire that. Grenade! I'm gonna do a regular attack. There we go. There's one down already. Oof. Ouch. Okay. Heal Claire. Give you magic mints. Claire can attack. Yay! There's two. It's just you, buddy. Ha! Is that the best you can do? Ha! And you're gone. Yep. So it's a pretty challenging fight if you don't have Storm. But once you have Storm, it's decent. Ooh, yeah. Stream's starting to chug. Boom. Okay. Okay. Dum, 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 dum. Half hour remains. Yeah, let's clear out some of the battles. Get some more EXP. Oh god, I need to heal. Bam. Dum dee doos. Dum doo 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 doo. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna save. Right there will be nice. I think you can also go back here. Yeah. Nothing I can do there yet. And down here. Hello, Epic Dinosaur. Welcome to the stream. I'm about to come. Okay. Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. There we go. Mm-hmm. What's this game about? Bunch of ragtag rebels taking on a cruel empire. They have basically the prototype of the empire's greatest weapon, and they're fleeing with it to escape the empire. It's an RPG that's inspired by classic RPGs, but also it has the Game Boy aesthetic. So I'm trying to make it seem like it was a game that you would have played on the Game Boy Color back in the day. Oh, nice. So yeah, it takes inspiration from Final Fantasy II, Final Fantasy IV. A little bit of Skies of Arcadia, even though I never played Skies of Arcadia. I had my beta tester say, hey, it reminds me a bit of Skies of Arcadia. I'm just like, I always wanted to play that game. Thank you. I've been working on it for on and off 3 years now. And I'm hoping to release the full version in the next month or so. So I'm just like burning through some of the fixes, and there's little things that I've caught even on this little playthrough, like that. Like that was supposed to have colored text. So my wife did a little bit of artwork for the game. And yeah, when I release this game, I'm going to have a release trailer with it. So look forward to that. Again, I'm hoping next month we'll see what all I accomplished during this upcoming holiday break. Nice, glad to hear it. Yeah, the full game will be roughly 10 hours long, depending on what all you do. The main story you can probably get in like 6 to 7 hours, but there's a little bit of bonus content. So if you want to get through it all, it'll take a little more than 10 hours. Power. Storm. Swing. Bam. Nice. Oof. Gonna be released on Steam. I don't know, cause like it's gonna be a free game. It's gonna be on itch.io. That's where my other games can be found. So I definitely know that's the first place where I'm going to release the game is on itch.io. And then I'll look into what all it takes to release a game on Steam and work towards it. But like if it's something that I can't do with this project, I'll wait until the next one. Oh shit, I'm poisoned. Herb. Alright, who's poisoned? You're poisoned. Yeah. What's your other games called? Okay. So my first game was called Fantasy Forever Revisions. It took quite a bit of inspiration from Golden Sun and Final Fantasy. It actually has voice acting, which is, I'd say, the greatest takeaway from that project because it's definitely an ugly duckling. I made it roughly 5 years ago. And I was just finish a game using RPG Maker. Finish making a game, beginning, middle, end. Make it playable the whole way through. So it was a learning experience. My second game was a fan game. It'll be my last fan game. And that was Castlevania Order of the Moon. And this is Elemental Isles. I also did quite a few levels in Mario Maker, but the main three is Fantasy Forever, Elemental Isles, and Castlevania Order of the Moon. And this is the one that obviously it's better than the other two from a design aspect and really like a learning aspect. But there's still so much I learned even from making this game that I'm going to apply for my next game. You'll also find a demo to an ABS kind of Zelda-like that I'm working on. That progress is going slowly on that, but I'm not shelving it entirely, called Quest Adventure. So you can play that demo if you'd like. But that's not going to be released for a while. There we go. Gimme. Aura of Defense. Just joined. What is this game called about? Oh, okay. Welcome, Kirby 12, K12. Welcome to the stream. Alright, this is a good point. So this is a retro-inspired RPG that I'm making on RPG Maker MV called Elemental Isles. It's about a ragtag group of rebels that are using the prototype of an empire's greatest weapon to try to combat the empire. So right now they're fleeing from the empire. They're trying to look for an airship. And then you get to explore like this wide overworld. But the aesthetic is very much supposed to capture that essence of an old Game Boy RPG. And the game's scheduled to be released within the next month or so. I'm just trying to fine tune and iron out a couple of the little nuggets, as I like to say, that I missed out on. But you're gonna update the games right now. I have to go eat. I'll check your videos later. I subbed. Well, thank you. Um, so I updated and fixed Fantasy Forever, but the problem is like the mapping. The mapping isn't that good, and I'm not going to redo the mapping. I'd rather work on another project. But also, I like seeing my old RPGs mapping to see how far I've come. So it's just something that like I've kind of just accepted to be like, hey, gotta keep moving forward. Can't keep George Lucas and changing what I want to change. But like if there's like a glitch or a bug, absolutely I'll update it and make those changes. But if it's an aesthetic or a story or just like an ugly choice to where I was just like I tried to make it look like this and I kind of compromised, or my mapping's kind of sloppy, that's just something I'm going to apply for my future projects. What else we got here? Oh, cool. What Game Boy RPGs were inspirations? So, the Game Boy RPG that inspired me was... Here, let's turn this down a little bit. What is... Oh, okay. I was like, what does that sound? So most of the RPGs that I played were from the Super Nintendo and Game Boy Advance. I didn't actually play too many on the Game Boy. I remember like Dragon Quest Monsters, and I just like the aesthetic. But story-wise, the story was inspired from games that I used to play on the Super Nintendo and Game Boy Advance. But I saw the graphics on the RPG Maker store, and an idea just spawned from that. So I didn't make all these graphics. These graphics are made by, I believe, the Nostalgia Set. But I purchased them off the RPG Maker store for assets, and I built everything around that. Do you have a page on Itch or Game Jolt? I do have a page on itch.io. It's called Scalesoft. Let me link that. We'll see if I think live chat allows links. So let me pop that in real quick. So that you can check it out. If you'd like to check them out. Because this is my third RPG. Do. Also, okay, that's the same message. There I am. Okay. I need to make a new avatar. I do plan on making some changes to the page to give it more flair. But right now, this is just what I got. And now we're going to just pop this right in. Okay. Some changes to the page to give it... Sorry. Playing that off another device. That should work. If not, you might have to copy and paste it. Funny enough, I was working on art for my RPG when you put your stream in my recommended station. Oh, that's awesome. I'm definitely going to check out your stuff. I love looking at other people's RPG Maker projects and stuff like that. But yeah, this is a game that I've been working on since like late 2020. This was my pandemic game. I was just working on this during the pandemic. And then in 2021, I was kind of like on and off. Worked on it a bit more in 2022 and 2023. And I'm hoping to just finish it up. Well, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the games. They are a little rough around the edges, but you know what? I stand by. It's a learning experience, And the more I'm at it, the more comfortable I am in being like, yeah, I'm getting it now. I have a trailer for a demo I just released on my channel. Well, I'll definitely check that out after this stream, which is going to be in give or take 20 minutes because my new episode of my Let's Play is coming up, and I want people to watch that. So yeah, every couple weeks I try to stream either RPG Maker or a video game that I'm playing. Like, I'm trying to get into the habit of doing streams more frequently. So subscribe, and we'd love to have you along. Me and my wife do a lot of nerdy things on this channel, but we do have a lot of RPG Maker as well. If you want to join my Discord, you can actually see a preview of like the next game we're working on, where my wife did the official artwork for. And it's kind of a choose your own adventure game, where you choose a party of 4, and your choices are going to alter the story. It's very early in development. We actually have a composer. So yeah, I hope you look forward to that one. But I'm really not going to focus on that until I have this one finished. It's time for me to shit or get off the pot and just release this puppy. But I have to play through the whole thing one more time just to give it one final comb over. But yeah, the first RPG, Fantasy Forever Revisions, has voice acting. The second one is a fan game. And the other thing on there is a demo to like a Zelda-like that I'm trying to put together with varying results. There's some things I like and other things I'm just like, I don't understand how to do this. And until I learn, I'm not going to release like a full version. VX Ace is the engine. Oh, cool. You're doing yours in VX Ace? The VX Ace. I'm RPG Maker MV. I also have MZ as well. I'm holding off on Unite for numerous reasons. One, because of the Unity situation, which is not good. The other is I just don't justify their plan of like gradually fixing the product like a year from now. So all the bugs and stuff, they have like a rubric of like, yeah, we'll fix it later. We'll fix it next year. And I'm just like, okay, I'll buy it when you make all those fixes. But yeah, I'll definitely look into your game. Now, I am a Mac user, but my next computer is going to be a PC. I'm saving up for a very powerful gaming PC, so I can make all these games without these issues and play other people's games without those issues. I use MV for a different project, but I lost the project file, so it's kind of stuck the way it is. Oh, yeah, that sucks. I do backups for my games. I got backups of my backups. I think my wife has project versions on her drive as well and on her computer. So even though they're not the full version that I'm working on now, there is a version that my wife has, and it's on my external hard drive and stuff like that. Some of the practices of the owners of the engine aren't great. No, I got you. Oh, cool. I just have 550 subscribers. What? Well, before I end this stream, we're going to do a little bit of this, and then I'm going to show off a little bit of story to whet your appetite. And as soon as the game really branches off to where you can kind of go in a couple different areas, that's when I'm going to end the stream. Now, my next stream might not be RPG Maker. It might be either me and my wife playing a video game or me solo just chilling and playing a video game. So I do more than RPG Maker. I write videos. I do Let's Plays. Though I'm kind of phasing out Let's Plays and trying to just change them into streams. Because now I'm getting a lot better at setting up streams and getting recording software to actually work to stream games. So that's nice. Boom, boom, boom. Jerk. On-screen encounters. They're great because they're not random, but they can kind of be a pain in the ass. Even though that is the intent, to sometimes block off the player to be like, nah, you kind of gotta fight this one. To where there's areas where it's just like, you can avoid combat if you want, and then there's others it's just like, you ain't avoiding this. I need this. And drop a grenade. Bye. Boom. Also, if you have a Switch, I made a Super Mario Maker 2 campaign that includes 8 worlds and a variety of levels that you can play through if you're into that kind of stuff. My Mario Maker 1, nobody can play, and I recently streamed it, and you're not missing much. So, let's go down here. Is it over here? Yeah. Gimme. Give that to her. Give that to him. Scoot, scoot. Do, 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 do. But, oh, another thing. My first RPG actually has a player's guide that my wife made that has a PDF. So when you play the game, you can download the PDF and follow the guide. Nice. All right, shoot, shoot, shoot. Thank you. Okay. I see you have traveled far. I'd expect no less from a rebel. Wait, you're a rebel? I'd rather not discuss this right now. Sir, I'm in need of an airship. I am told you have one. Awfully trusting, I see. What makes you so certain that I am an ally of rebels? To be honest, I'm not. After being targeted by the Star Mages, I wouldn't be surprised if everyone was after me. Well, that's cold. Is this the thanks I get for saving your bird? The bird is more important to the Empire than the rebel. That much I know. Gale is more than a bird. I gave an oath to protect him. From the stars we fall and land into something new. Protect our union. That oath. Who are you? Come inside. We have a lot to go over. How did this happen? This storm. How did I survive? Am I all that is left? Is this the work of our beloved elementals? They must pay. So let me get this straight. You used to work for the Dalton Empire? Correct. Only it wasn't always called that. It began as a foundation named Itria. To the commoners, we were the Itrian government. So what changed? Our ideals. Itria was formed to prevent another Arcasta. We formed elemental weapons to drive out the elementals and seal them within the Elemental Isles. I've heard that story. The elementals were the cause of a cataclysm which tore through all of Ark. It was the destruction of Arcasta City that led to an allegiance with the greatest minds of Ark. It was all formed by President Bogula. We all built great weapons to combat the elementals. With them gone, we believed peace would finally be achieved, but we were wrong. President Bogula. Yes, our great leader became paranoid of this great power and the return of the elementals, so he formed a council to serve as an iron fist, the Dalton Empire. And you left once the transition happened? I had disagreements with a member of the council and grandson of our president, Theo. That's my dog. Theo is a power-hungry sadist who thinks lowly of others. and being the grandson of the president, far too many of his habits were overlooked. I resigned from this tyrannical dictatorship. Theo wanted my head. Luckily for me, I have decades of airship experience and was able to hide within these mountains before that brat could so much as rally a search party. What about you, Aster? Were you a part of this? I was only a new recruit scout. A lot of Dalton was off limits for me. And Gale? You mentioned you gave an oath to save him? Yes, I did. When I found Gale, I knew what I had to do. I had good friends that helped me escape. I've been on the move ever since. There is no question. That bird of yours is a prototype rock. I am sure of it. I must know how you were able to befriend it. Befriend Gale? I believe Gale did most of the befriending. I'm sorry, I can't share more. I see. So, will you be taking Gale to Goza? Goza? How do you expect me to get to Goza? It's well hidden from the rest of Ark. I thought you might say that. Goza was formed in secrecy, but I'm certain if you use old Roberta, we can get inside. Did I hear you correctly? Are you suggesting we take your airship? Yep. She's the finest airship of Ark. She can slip through Goza's barrier. I know the exact coordinates. Just tell me where to steer her, and we'll get you there. Wait, you wish to join us? That is correct. Rhodes and Roberta are at your command. With intel from Goza, we'll learn more about Gale and how to strike back at the Dalton Empire. This is a very tall order. You really think we stand a chance against the Dalton forces? Not only is their fortress impenetrable, but they have 4 other bases stationed throughout Ark. Oh, damn it, I'd do anything for that bird. Wait, you can understand Gale? Nope. It's settled then. Let's rest up and then it's off to Goza. Rhodes has joined your party. His focus is unparalleled, resulting in helpful perks and boosts to give your team. Sometimes nothing works better than a good punch. Okay. So I'm going to show off one more thing, and then we are going to call it a stream just in time for the new episode of Golden Sun. Cast off! I presume this is your first time steering a ship? Shall I go over a few pointers? Yes. The entirety of Ark is yours to navigate, but to enter the Isle of Choice, you'll need to use the entry point. That's that little green spot right there. These are the green spots on the island. Roberta can land on any ground tile save for the entry point. You'll have to walk onto them to access them. Also, so you don't get lost, here's a map of Ark. Just press the A key anytime you wish to use it. You got the map of Ark. And that's how it is. Hit the A button, and it shows up the full map. So this is the world that you get to explore. Goza is your next destination. Most of these are kind of closed off Metroid style. You can still stop by them, but you can't really do much. You just came from Grenlight. There's going to be the Dalton Prison, the Cozy Isle, Warborn area. These smaller things are little caves that you can explore. The Dalton Wind Base, the Dalton Earth Base, the Dalton Fire Base, the Dalton Water Base, the Dalton Fortress. That's your main goal. You want to get there. Sinking Sand Dunes, Undertow Reef, Frigid Tops, Warborn Arena. So there's a lot you can check out here. The Mudlands. But you want to slowly make your way, especially through these bases, so that you can access the Dalton Fortress. And that's it. Go out there, explore, and enjoy Elemental Isles. Alrighty. So there we go. That is Elemental Isles. Thank you guys for sticking around for this stream. I will try to make the next stream a bit longer. I kind of capped this one at roughly 2 hours. Usually like 2 to 3 hours is my comfort zone. I think the most I'd ever push is 4. I don't think I'd go beyond 4 because I'd feel like, there's other things I got to do today. LOL adulting. But thank you guys so much for stopping in for the stream and gaining interest for Elemental Isles. I hope you look forward to the full release. And I'll see you all next time. Toodles.